Imagine a sound so violent it ruptured sailors' eardrums 40 kilometers away. This wasn't just a bang, it was a lethal pressure front that shook the entire planet. What happens when an entire island vanishes in seconds? Krakatoa unleashed a force so deafening, it changed the very air we breathe. It's the morning of the 27th of August, 1883. Krakatoa is about to vanish from the map violently. At 310 decibels, the blast is instant and lethal. 40 kilometers away, it ruptures the eardrums of sailors at sea. The energy released, roughly 13,000 megatons. Thousands of times more powerful than any nuclear weapon ever built. Daylight disappears under a blanket of ash. Volcanic lightning tears through the churning cloud. Instruments built for storms have never recorded anything like this.
God help us, the glass is dropping!
In minutes, an island is being erased. The sound doesn't stop at the horizon, it keeps going. Nearly 5,000 kilometers away, officials mistake it for warships firing. In Perth, the same confusion, heavy artillery, they assume. It isn't gunfire. It's a pressure wave moving at the speed of sound. A specific low frequency lets it survive thousands of miles of open ocean. Nothing before it had ever traveled this far, this intact. Reports of a mysterious boom start arriving from every direction. No one yet realizes they're all hearing the same event. Slowly, the pattern begins to reveal something impossible.
The risks remain great.
A single sound, heard across an entire hemisphere. In London, a barometer needle jumps without warning. In New York, the same spike hours later. In Calcutta, scientists log an identical reading. Something invisible is moving, and it's moving everywhere. It's a wave of air pressure circling the entire Earth. And it doesn't pass just once. It returns again and again. In total, the wave circles the globe 4 full times. Each pass physically nudges the atmosphere out of balance. For the first time, humanity is watching the planet breathe. The collapse doesn't just shake the air, it moves the sea. Tsunamis race outward, devastating coastal communities. Tens of thousands of lives are lost in the waves that follow. Meanwhile, the sky itself begins to change color. Vivid, unnatural sunsets inspire painters across the world. Ash-scattered light paints the heavens for months. Global temperatures begin to fall sharply. Sulfur dioxide floods the upper atmosphere, blocking sunlight. Average temperatures drop by more than 1 degree Celsius. The eruption's fingerprint reaches farms and ocean away.
Silence made of dust.
Fast forward to 2022, and the Pacific erupts again. Hunga Tonga sends its own pressure wave around the planet. Modern sensors confirm what Victorian scientists first recorded by hand. Their ink and paper readings validated over a century later.
Flight 427, cleared for takeoff.
Today, our world runs on split-second global connection. An event like Krakatoa would strike a far more fragile network. Air travel, communications, shipping, all interlinked, all exposed. Earth's atmosphere remains one continuous, connected medium, capable of carrying a single moment to every corner of the planet. The sound of Krakatoa never truly stopped, it simply became history. Beyond the numbers, survivors left behind haunting written accounts of that single unforgettable morning. One captain described the sky turning pitch black at midday, as if the sun itself had vanished. Falling pumice stones, some the size of a fist, rained down on ships for hours without pause. In nearby towns, the death toll climbed into the tens of thousands within a single terrible night. Entire villages along the Sunda Strait were simply gone by the time the sun rose again. Newspapers as far as London printed,
I write to you with the utmost urgency to reveal the truth.
Some accounts described a strange metallic ringing in the ears that lasted for days afterward. Ships, hundreds of miles away, found their decks coated in a fine layer of gray ash. Every account, however small, became a piece of evidence in reconstructing the disaster's true scale. Together, these scattered voices painted a single, terrifying portrait of nature's raw, sudden power.
Gentlemen, the readings from the north are unprecedented. This route connects London directly to Bombay.
Together, it took years of careful correspondence to confirm the wave had truly circled the entire globe. This meticulous global data collection effectively gave birth to the modern science of volcanology. Researchers began systematically studying eruptions, pressure waves, and their far-reaching atmospheric consequences. For the first time, scientists understood the atmosphere truly connects every corner of our planet. This single, unprecedented event reshaped how humanity studied natural disasters forever
The
afterward.
pressure wave from Krakatoa was immense. It circled the entire globe 7 times.
Even today, researchers return to those original Victorian records to calibrate new atmospheric models. A single volcanic scream from 1883 still quietly shapes the science of today's connected world. The blood-red skies didn't just frighten witnesses, they quietly inspired some of history's finest art. Historians believe those eerie sunsets influenced the fiery sky in a famous painting of Eruption. Poets and writers across Europe describe skies that seem to burn without ever catching fire.
Today, we will study Krakatoa. It was a massive eruption.
Even now, filmmakers and novelists return again and again to its terrifying, unforgettable imagery. Museums around the world still display fragments of pumice recovered from that single explosive morning. Visitors often pause silently, struck by how something so small traveled such an unimaginable distance. The story endures not just as history, but as a lasting warning about nature's true scale. Krakatoa remains one of the most studied and most remembered natural disasters in human history.
Look at that! It's getting bigger!
Decades later, something remarkable began quietly rising from the exact same spot in the ocean. In 1927, a small new volcanic cone emerged directly from the collapsed caldera of old Krakatoa. Locals gave this new island a fitting name, Anak Krakatau, meaning child of Krakatoa. Over the following decades, the young island steadily grew taller with every small eruption. Scientists now monitor Anak Krakatau closely, treating it as a living laboratory for volcanic study. In 2018, part of the island itself dramatically collapsed, triggering another devastating regional tsunami. The tragic event proved that Krakatoa's ancient danger had never truly disappeared, only quietly slumbered. Despite the danger, more than a century later, Krakatoa's story still reminds us how small our world truly is. A single event, however distant, can ripple outward and touch every corner of the planet. Modern science now watches for the next great eruption, with tools Victorians could never imagine. Satellites, ocean sensors, and global networks now stand watch where lone barometers once stood alone. Yet for all our progress, nature still holds the power to surprise our most advanced instruments. Krakatoa remains humanity's clearest lesson in respecting the raw.
The eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815 changed global climate forever.
We build our world atop a planet that remains, even now, quietly and constantly alive beneath us. Perhaps the greatest lesson of Krakatoa is simply this: our planet is always still speaking to us. All we truly have to do, even now, is choose to listen closely enough to hear it.